God, it's slowly happening.
So obviously that logo's for Transhampton, was a podcast that we really want to be able to do for Transpride Southampton, and is a really cool project that we really want to do. And I've worked on podcasts in the past. Orla, who's part of the Transpride team, has worked on podcasts in the past, as well as I've been on a podcast that I also edited the podcast and then published the podcast, and that's the Beyond the Blurb one by my friend Beth. It was a really cool project that we started working on, and she sadly has given up on that project slowly over time. She hasn't worked in an episode 2 or an episode 3 or anything like that, and it'd be really cool to be able to see. So yeah, it's a good project that we're going to be doing, but we've been doing a lot more than just trying to work on the podcast. We've been doing live streams. And with the live streams, we've been doing so much. We've been trying to, I've been trying to up the visuals and everything and make it really look really amazing for people to be able to visually see us do things. And we've started using some templates instead of using some basic text or image based templates that we were originally using, and I'm glad that we're using them. But it would be good to even upgrade even further and pay for our own stuff for people to be able to create and stuff like that. Maybe eventually we'll get to that point, but I think we're getting to a point that like changing the visuals any further might be actually at a stage that we can't. And I talked about it in a previous video where I talked about like why I change the visuals of our live streams often, and maybe why you should, or whatever it was called. I forgot what it was called, but I done some weird video about it, and it was really cool to be able to actually see what we done for that. And since then, I changed the visuals for Mabel's as well lately, and it's been really good, and I can't wait to be able to see what we do with it. But it's also the case of we started trying to do multi-streaming, like cross-streaming or whatever you want to call it, simulcasting as it's also known as, where we stream across multiple different platforms at the same time, not just streaming on Twitch and then streaming it onto YouTube eventually. It is streaming it on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, as well as possibly Facebook, or we're planning on doing today as well. And then we were planning on Instagram, but Instagram it has a few quirks that just seem to be too slow for the most part. The only thing that we can think of is when we can live stream on it occasionally, but as long as we're not doing any gaming. It's the worst idea possible, because that's one of the point of us doing the live streams in the first place, is to interact with the audience, and not only by talking but also by playing a game or doing something. It was such complicated things to be able to, of course, live stream all of the Instagram stuff and what, and it's annoying that it didn't work, but it didn't work, so I'm not going to do it myself. Mabel might do it, I'm not sure. We'll see when it comes to actually live streaming it, especially as there's a second chat that you have to keep manage of, because casting between Instagram, Facebook and not Instagram, Facebook, Twitch and YouTube allows us to be able to easily have everything in one chat, be able to read it and things. We do also technically turn around and go against the TOS in Twitch's terms of service to stop you from being able to merge all the chats. It's a really stupid idea, and I hate that it is a rule on there. And obviously, as we change things with the live stream over time and adapt things, and the reason why we are multi-streaming or live streaming across multiple different platforms is simply because it will probably have a lot more traction. And to be honest, with only like less than 10 quid a month for the actual whole thing of being able to do that, it's not too bad. It's coming out of my own personal money, so it's not even like a factor when it comes into consideration for money what comes into Transpride or anything. It's something that I'm doing myself out of my kindness or whatever you want to call it. But it's the case of like, I just want to try it and see if it actually works, and if it would work for the future of the live streams. Moving on, we have information about my company that is going ahead and seemingly really cool in the concept of everything. I actually will most likely have another video editor to be able to actually help edit videos and things in the future. Not for these vlogs or anything. These vlogs are completely edited by me, and it's nothing that's going to touch the company, at least everyone else doing their projects and things like that. Not sure if this would be a part of the company or not. It's the case of it's technically my own personal channel. I just edit in my own time, but it's also company time. Makes no sense. But it is the case of this vlog will not be touched by them. But it does mean that our future projects of what we've got talked about the other day and everything will be affected by it, and I hope that they are a very good editor and everything. I'll be checking out their content later this week, and then I'll hopefully be able to show it off, rather not on camera, but be able to at least show it off at some stage, or at least be excited about it and be able to talk about it. And we'll try and get some clips of me out and about doing stuff through the week, because the problem I have is that it's not that I'm not doing anything or not experience in life or going out and doing stuff. It's more the factor of I'm not really going out as often as it would be good for like a daily series of this vlog, and I forgot to edit. I forgot to record yesterday's episode, and then I was going to talk about like all different things again. I'm tempting to talk about like my booklets even more, and even talk about like future projects or anything like that. There's no point really, and one of the things that I was going to talk about is past projects and future projects and how they work together. The past projects, even failed projects or even non-failed projects, do affect the future of the projects in general. And obviously any project that you do will affect future projects, or past projects will influence your future projects at least. And it's something that I would love to be able to explore even further, but that's not what we're talking about. And it's good that I have a video editor that wants to come join me and be able to do things, and I can't wait to be able to see their work. But I also saw a cinematographer's work lately that I got shown by my other editor. But this cinematographer, they seem to do really amazing work, and I can't wait to be able to see what else they can do. I saw their show reel, what means it was only a couple minutes of basically footage with some music in the background, of showing what sort of shots they've had in the past and stuff. If they understand those shots even better, because one of the major things is trying to understand those shots. Obviously I know a little bit about shots and things because it's one I tend to try and work on it in this, but it's also the case of it's something that I did learn in college. And would be really cool to be able to carry on and implement in other work, including this work eventually. It's something I don't think about all the time. I'm like, I'll go from this side of the room to the other side of the room or whatever to be able to change shot, but I don't really care about continuity when it comes to most things. So long story short, we'll basically be working on a lot more projects in the future, and one of the major projects that we will be doing is of course working on that major projects that we got told that we can work on in the near future. And also, we'll be carry on working on podcasts, on video edits, as well as anything else that we can work on with this company. It's just the case of, obviously, this company that I'm working on and developing is supposed to be a video editor company at the whole base of everything. So it's the case of trying to make sure that I keep to the video editing side of things as much as possible. It's fine if we develop a stage of possible cinematographers or whatever we want to use, especially if they want to be able to join us, then that's fine. It's just a case of trying to make sure they have work coming in, because I'd rather not turn around and not have work coming in for everyone. And knowing that we're soon going to possibly have 3 video editors, including me, so 2 what is not me. And it's scary, because I don't have enough work coming in at the moment. We will probably with this new project, but who knows in the future after this project, because this project could be really good and push us, or it could be nothing and do nothing for us, and then we're back to square one, where we're trying to find a person to edit for. Who knows? Also in better news, I also have a website that can easily be able to get me tablets and things like that. Mabel, my girlfriend, has ordered some medication from it and has received it today. Well, it was actually less time than they said, because they said early February, and it's still not even, it's just coming up mid-January now. What's amazing to be able to actually see. So I'm going to order my tablets and hope that these last few tablets of 28 days worth is going to last me enough to be able to get all my stuff, as well as I'm going to order a blocker, which is going to be very helpful. Who knows?
And what you did to me.